Hi, everybody. It is so good to be back online and live with you guys. So this is what I want you to know. If you can hear my voice, if you can see me clearly, just let me know in the chat. You can just type, am I audible? You can type yes. Am I A-U-D-I-B audible? And can you see me clearly? And if the answer is yes, that will be fantastic. For those of you that will watch the replay of this, I want to say thank you so much for watching the replay. For those of you that will watch this live, I am forever indebted to you because it is because of your presence that make the interaction more enjoyable. And hopefully, if there are some questions that someone would like me to answer for them, I would be happy to do that. So today is Saturday, January 8th, 2022. We are going into the new year with a flash. It just seems that it was, as I said yesterday when I was on, it just seems like it was January 2021 just a few days ago. But life goes on. We do things that will enhance whatever it is that we want to do by setting goals, making plans. So tonight, I want to talk more about how important it is for you to own your very own voice. Last night we talked about motivation. Tonight we're going to dive a little deeper into the importance of owning your voice. One might think that isn't that something naturally that people do? People own their voice naturally. Actually, that may not necessarily be what people do naturally without thought. For example, when I was growing up, I didn't like my voice. There were so many things that I did not like until I grew into my voice, my body, my stature. I always felt that I was extremely tall and awkward, lanky, but I grew into that and I also grew into my voice. And this is what I want for you, especially for my non-native English speakers. The importance of understanding that your voice is important and it is a sound that should be heard. Okay, let me say that again. Your voice is important and it is a sound that should be heard. Why is that? Why would I say that your voice is one that should be heard? Well, one of the main reasons that I say that your voice is important and it should be heard is because it is your God-given right. And this doesn't necessarily mean which God you serve. I'm just saying it is your right to speak on those things that you want to speak on, and your voice should be heard. If you were someone like me, you may have felt that, who wants to listen to something that I have to say? But now I realize that the things that I have to say, no matter how I say them, they are my thoughts, and I'm entitled to share them with whomever I choose to do so. For my non-native English speakers, as I have often said, you are at a huge advantage. If you're learning English, you know your native tongue. Some of the non-native English speakers that I have had the opportunity to interact with, not only can they speak their language, but they can speak 1, 2, 3, 4 other languages and are still trying to master English. If this is you, then you have already achieved more than many people will do in a lifetime. English is important. Why is English important? One of the main reasons that English is important is because it is that bridge, it is that global language that builds the bridge from point A to point B. And when they're connected, communication can be made, and it can be made a lot faster than having someone come in to do a translation for you. Now, this is a perfect segue into my just mentioning that I will have a master class, and I want to invite each of you to participate in that master class. The master class is Owning Your Voice, and it is completely free. The time limit is scheduled for 1 hour, and it will begin on January 14th. January 14th, the master class will be held, and I hope that many of you will be able to attend. All of the information that you need will be below in the comments section. So please, at the end of this live stream, take an opportunity to schedule an appointment so that you can be in one of the reserved seats in the master class. So I will say that again before I end this live stream. Now let's talk about owning your voice. If there are comments that you want to post, I will definitely entertain a response to them. And I hope that those of you who are not able to come on live now will be able to type your message and I will respond later. There's a message at the top. This tab is using your camera or microphone. Perfect. Because I wanted to make sure that I am audible, and I hope that I am, and I will continue. So one of the things that I want you to know, if you're following me on YouTube, I thank you for that. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, my YouTube channel. Click the bell so that you will know when I am actually live and when I upload new videos. Videos are usually uploaded every day between 10 p.m. and 12 p.m. So every day I tend to post a video. Tonight, we're talking about the importance of owning your voice. If you watched my latest video, it may have referred to cadence. I guide you through activities that you can do to build up the rhythm and the cadence. And it's based upon the punctuation that is in the information or the article or the item that you're reading. When you can read with that type of fluency, it actually carries into your conversation when you're speaking with other people. When you get to a comma, as an example, in anything that you're reading until you understand the rhythm of speaking, let's just say that if there is a comma, you want to pause for about 1 or 2 seconds. Let's just say pause for 2 seconds. When you get to a period, you want to make a full stop and pause for 3 seconds. Your questions now might be, what should you do if you get to a long sentence, like a compound sentence that doesn't have punctuation at all? Somewhere from 3 to 4 words, you need to do a 1 second pause. That gives you an opportunity to catch your breath, but not lose the flow of the sentence and the cadence. So this is what I mean by cadence. It has a rhythm. If you are listening to music, it has a rhythm and a cadence. It goes like, depending upon whatever it is that you're saying, it has a rhythm to it. And if you're listening to my voice now, you can hear the cadence. Let's say, if you're listening to my voice now, okay, that was my voice now. If you are listening to my voice now, there's that cadence that you hear. You will learn how to develop your ear, train your ear to hear the cadence and the rhythm for speaking as well. In addition to owning your voice, it isn't necessary for you to just collect a list of vocabulary words. In all honesty, no one walks around with a notepad full of vocabulary words ready for someone to use at their own discretion. Rather, you take the vocabulary words as you find them in the information that you're reading. As you find the information, you want to, as soon as you can, start to use the vocabulary words. Even if you're using the vocabulary words incorrectly, you are still imprinting upon your mind, your brain, that these are words that you want to flow from your head out of your mouth when you're engaging in conversation. So when you do that, you'll start to understand that there is value in building a strong and solid vocabulary. Hi, Kay Holder. Thank you so much for joining. I hope that you can hear me clearly and that my visual is clear as well. So if you can just give me a 1 for clarity in my voice, a 2 for clarity in being able to see me clearly, that would be great. Thank you. I'll wait to see, to make sure that I'm being audible and that I am clear. That's a 1 and a 2. And a 2 for the visibility. Is the visibility clear? Is it clear? Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate the feedback. So tonight we're talking about the power of owning your voice. Primarily, non-native English speakers feel that what they're doing isn't sufficient. I want to assure you that what you're doing is sufficient, and all that you need to do is to just start. No one came out of their mother's womb being able to speak whatever language it is that you speak. Everyone made mistakes, and it was through the mistakes that we were able to learn and become proficient in what it is that we're doing. Now, I've often said that anything that someone wants to do, if someone else has done it, you can do it too. What may need to happen is you might need a model, and you can find models in lots of places. For example, if you go to Google, you can ask Google to search for anything that you're looking for, whether it's someone to do your hair, someone to make a shoe for you, someone to write a book for you, someone to, that's it, someone to even help you speak English with fluency. You can find tons and tons and tons of people. But what I know is that the best way to solve a problem is to enlist the services and support of someone that you are familiar with, or someone that has been referred to you that you trust. Many of you have heard of me, and thousands of you have actually participated in my YouTube channel. You know that I have a website, I have this Facebook group, I have the YouTube channel, Instagram, Telegram. I think as many social media platforms there are, I am probably on about 75% of those. And of course, there's the LinkedIn. So please be sure to follow me, subscribe to all of my social medias, and get all of the free information that I bestow upon each of you almost every single day. Again, tonight we're talking about owning your voice. My masterclass for owning your voice will be on Saturday, next Saturday, October 14th. And I hope that many of you will take the opportunity to schedule an appointment to speak with me. The program itself, it is not for everyone, but it might be just what you need to get you that 5 degrees to where you want to be. So you're here now, but you want to move the needle just a little bit. And I can't tell you how many students have moved from this small spot to this point, working in the areas of developing their voice with someone like me as an English coach. In the program that we'll talk about in the masterclass, I'll be talking about these in the masterclass. I want you to come with questions. Start thinking about questions that you want to ask me so that I can deliver with answers in ample time. Does that mean that I don't want you to ask questions when you arrive? Of course I do. I want you to ask questions based upon what I tell you at that time. And it is then that you can determine if what I'm offering is something that will benefit you. So those of you that are watching me live now, if you have questions, please ask them. For those of you who will watch the replay, please post your questions and I will respond to those as well. Now, looking at my notes, I just want to remind you that if you have not joined or subscribed to this YouTube channel, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, because in the YouTube channel, you have the opportunity to work with many of the videos that I produce that relate to shadowing. Shadowing someone's reading is one of the fastest ways to develop your English fluency. It isn't necessary for you to understand the meaning of the words, but it is really important that you hear the sounds of the words. So you want to develop your ear for the sounds of the words. In addition, I do go into the environment of explaining what the vocabulary words mean, but more importantly, I want you to get the cadence down for the sound. In other videos that you will find on my YouTube channel, you'll find a lot of dialogues. When a student says to me, in my country, I would practice English more, but there isn't anyone in my country that is speaking English. So I have eliminated that for you. So those beliefs that you have that you can't do something, this is what I call those limiting beliefs. We want to remove your limiting beliefs, and we're going to talk about how to do that in the masterclass. I can see that we have someone else. Weeknot, thank you so much for joining me. If you have questions that you'd like to pose, please ask them, and I will try my very best to answer them in this setting. Thank you so much for joining. Limiting beliefs are those beliefs that we hold. Sometimes we have those limiting beliefs not because we're lazy, but we are afraid of our own success. That sounds a little weird, that someone could possibly be avoiding success. But when you are comfortable doing something a certain way, it takes you out of your comfort zone when you start to feel an element of success. So instead of staying in that vein of doing something and moving in the direction of success, you pull back, you halter, you stutter. This keeps you from moving forward. I want you to know that anyone that really cares about you will not make fun of you. They will embrace you. They will actually cheer you on, and they will wish for you nothing but success. If your circle of friends are not wishing for you success, I think we might need to talk about getting another circle of friends. Someone or somewhere it has been said that you can determine how far you're going to go in life by the people that you surround yourself with. So think about who you associate with. If the people that you are associating with are doing things that are impressive upon you and things that you want to do, keep those friends. Maintain that level of camaraderie, and all of you can grow. You can all grow together. If there is one in that group that isn't pulling in the same direction, you probably should consider going in another direction yourself so that you don't get stymied and somehow left behind or not get the encouragement that you need to move forward. So I'm really excited about what's coming up next week, Saturday. I hope all of you that are watching the live right now, and those of you that will watch the replay, will be able to join me. Again, please come with lots of questions, and I want to be able to answer all of them. My podcast was supposed to start in January, so I still have some time in January to get that podcast up and running. But at the moment, I wanted to focus on the upcoming masterclass as opposed to the podcast. So if I don't roll out the podcast in January, just know that it is coming, and your feedback, your asking and reminding me of it is going to be perhaps the motivator that I need for myself to go ahead and get that done. I want to say thank you so much, everyone that has jumped on this evening to participate in this YouTube live stream. It's my pleasure to be here. I'm happy that those of you who are here, thank you so much. Those of you who are watching live and those of you that will watch the replay, thank you so much for joining. I'm Dr. Priscilla, a native English speaker, and I live in the US. And until my next live stream, which will be tomorrow at this same time, relatively speaking, about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, enjoy your evening. Bye for now.